One of the big reasons to write it down when you're doing customer development or talking to customers of any kind is that it gives you a map of the terrain so that you can make smart pivots later. When we go into these interviews, it's easy to remember what you're currently focusing on. If I believe my business works a certain way and I talk to people, I'm going to really remember possibly even the exact words that they use to describe the relevant problems, what they're using to get around this problem, how much money they spend on it. All these numbers are going to be stuck in my head. So what I'm obsessing over, I'm not going to forget it. However, in the future, I may well have to change what my business is doing. You have to adjust. You have to weave through a bit. And at that point, I've forgotten everything else they told me. At the time, it wasn't immediately relevant to what I was trying to pursue with my business. And so I didn't have a good context to fit that data into my understanding of the market and how these customers go about their day. When you write it down, you then, instead of going back and doing the interviews, which is admittedly hugely annoying and a huge time sink, you just go back to your spreadsheet or your note cards or your notebooks, wherever you wrote it down, and you can remember all of the peripheral stuff they told you. So that's where the real value is. You're not writing it down for when you go home today. You're not writing it down for when you have that board meeting in a week. You're writing it down for the 6 months, 12 months from now, when you realize the current direction isn't working. You can make a really smart decision about what's next and go after it immediately without having to redo all of your interviews.